So I'm just your stupid dog, and I'm relating a black Jesus versus white Jesus, or white Jesus versus black Jesus, regardless of the way you want to discuss it. But in this case, it's not even really reminiscent or convincent of which, uh, you know, derivation, a heritage you go with. It's all about the producer was trying to interject himself into the whole black Jesus, white Jesus thing. And the crazy thing was the producer, he kept going back and forth. You couldn't tell if he was trying to say it was who was white Jesus was speaking or black Jesus was speaking. The producer says this whole take is going to be centered upon white Jesus taking a black guy to go play frisbee disc golf. And right away, white Jesus says these black guys, their nicknames were RF, FA, and SA. And I couldn't remember each time they would get up. They were pretty good because, black guys have so much athletic skill. They're like, oh my God, these kids, they took to it like a duck to water over here. These guys were whipping it through the trees, making birdies from 30 feet away, one putts. It was amazing. But the thing was, white Jesus says, when I get up to the tee, I throw mine, then I step back to root on RF, FA, and SA. I couldn't remember if it was FA or if it was RF or if it was SA. I couldn't remember, so I could always just say, good job, guy. Throw it up there, big guy. Go on, tough guy. I couldn't say FA or SA because I couldn't remember which was which. But anyways, the producer says that white Jesus will claim that he's the Johnny Appleseed or the Jehovah's Witness of bringing black people into disc golf. He's like the Johnny Appleseed of bringing black people to the wonderful game of frisbee disc golf. In the producer says during the take, white Jesus will look at black Jesus, and black Jesus doesn't look too impressed. But white Jesus says, I started out with one black guy. Now there's 6 of them. It's like a mob of black guys working their way across the golf course. They're like, wow, what's going on here? Is this half of is this a small basketball team or half of a European soccer team over here? What's going on? It turns out that white Jesus was saying, I brought 6 dudes and black guys, no less. Turns out they were all Haitians. And they're Haitians and not regular African Americans, because as soon as it's over, they're not like, hey, what are we going to do? Let's go do something. The Haitians are like, hey, I got to get to my second job, or I got to go study for classes or whatever. The Haitians are busy working. They're trying to become something. And the 2 or 3 older Haitians that look like they're a little worn out and they finally discovered that they're not going to become nothing, they are instantly thinking about becoming pro disc golfers. They're trying to study this game, learn the nuances, become great, become or if they're not going to be these Haitian black guys, if they're not going to instantly try to become a pro disc golfer, or go into training and make it their dream and make it something that's calling them, and it's their goal, and they're going to strive towards it. They become disc golf players, social influencers, and they videotape themselves, and they get thousands upon thousands of views. And I'm a stupid dog. I looked at the producer, and the producer was still pretending it was white Jesus. He's like, see what I'm saying? I mean, these guys, he was trying to say it was like a funny joke. He was trying to say he brought black people in, but then he said he brought black people to the disc golf course, and the whole disc golf player, whole anthem nation, or anthem, but he brought them into the fold, so to speak, into the religion of a disc golf. But then he said they're Haitians. Like, it doesn't even count. They weren't African Americans. They're Haitians. So that was a joke, or it was a dirty joke, or a racial joke. I don't even know. But as a dog, I asked the producer, and the producer was still pretending it was white Jesus. He's like, hey, guy, it's funny that way. You know what I'm saying? And he's like, white Jesus, I don't even know. How come white Jesus has to be the one who's so good at disc golf, is trying to bring people into disc golf? That's a, you know what I'm saying? That's not a trope, but that's a generalization, so to speak. I was like, I don't know. I mean, I'm stupid dog. I'm not worrying about any of this.